Good morning, welcome to Laptop and Luggage. My name's Dan. I'm here at East Midlands Airport, going to a place I've always wanted to go to, Rome. I'm a big fan of, pizza, lasagna, all-time favourite spag bol, so where better to go than the home of Italian food. This is my first sort of trip for my YouTube vlog, so hope you enjoy it and come for the ride with me. Landed at 25 past 11, which is a win-win. So yeah, and it's baking, it's like 28 degrees today, so just sat outside waiting for my transfer to the city centre, which should be about a 45-minute drive, transfer should I say. So yeah, I'll see you when I get into the city centre and get to my hotel.
We advise you to be careful while getting off the train.
So after navigating my way through all the streets, I finally have made it to my hotel. Let's go and check in. So here we are, made it to Rome, just about, not without 24 hours of chaos. So yesterday I got a notification from Airbnb to say that my accommodation, what I wanted, had expired, so therefore it got cancelled because the host didn't get back to me within 24 hours. And then I had to rush around looking for new accommodation. Luckily I managed to find one, and it was £10, or yeah, £10 cheaper I think it was, but you do have to pay a city tax, which is €6 when you get to the hotel. I don't know whether that's just for this hotel, but it may be for all the hotels in Rome. And then obviously I landed today at 11:30, so we got here early enough, and the actual transfer was 11:30, and the next one wasn't until 3:30, so it was like I'm not waiting at the airport 3 hours, and I didn't want to pay €35 for a taxi, so I was like, right, what can I do? And I had a look, asked this lovely lady who was in charge of the coach station bit, and she says, well, you can catch the airport bus to the train station, and then from the train station go to the main terminal, which was about half an hour in total, and it only cost me €250, which isn't too bad at all. To say that my transfer cost £5.95 just one way, which is quite pricey, to be fair. So if you ever want to try using the local transport, it's well worth it. I mean, it's cheap as chips as well. I say I'm in the hotel now. I've had to freshen up because I felt all sticky and it's too hot, and I don't do hot. But I'll show you around the hotel a little bit later, and yeah, and now it's time to go out and get some food. So the thing about Rome is it's massive. I didn't realise actually how big it was, and you know, it's easy to navigate, you know, once you get your bearings and stuff. But yeah, no, you know, nothing, you know, Google Maps don't help as well. So it's not too bad, and got plenty of like Vespas about and mopeds. It's yeah, and Fiats as well. There's a lot of Fiats about. But yeah, no, I'm just heading down now to the Colosseum. It's a bit of a walk from the hotel, but you know, I'm looking forward to seeing it in person. So here we are, coming up to the Colosseum. Actually a lot more impressive in person than I've seen on the videos and stuff like that. I can't believe it was found like 1,946 years ago. And you know, it's absolutely mental. It is crazy. I'll try and cross the road in a minute. Absolutely crazy. Oh, I'm going to go for it. Yeah. Let's just go through the crowds. See if we can get a view from the other side. So, yeah. Look how mad that is. I'll try and get down there and have a look around. Yeah, it's unbelievable the scale of it. I mean, you know, I was obviously up there, and it looked obviously massive, but obviously from sort of ground level, you can see the scale of it, which is absolutely unreal. Obviously, you can do tours and stuff like that in there. But obviously you need to sort of book sort of in advance to get tickets, and I've been told that the best thing to sort of, you know, view is like the underground, as opposed to obviously the top tier sort of bit, because you get a lot more access on the underground as well. That's going to be, say, for another time. So yeah, I'm gonna have a wander about now and see what else is about around here. So I'm back at the hotel now, because yes, I started to absolutely chuck it down. So yeah, a lot of the sites what I want to see, you know, they're not really under shelter, and even though it's humid, it's yeah, I don't want to get wet to death, so I'll come back to the hotel for a bit, and hopefully it'll die down, because I've got some work what I need to do as well. But yeah, and then I'll do a hotel tour as well for you guys. Here we go. Now we're on level 3. This is the floor. Here's me, 311. And welcome to the hotel. So just a basic bed. We've got a TV, got a table, and it's also a fridge as well. You've got Yeah, bathroom here. It's just a basic bathroom. I'm going to turn the light on. So yeah, mirror, shower, obviously toilet, and not much of a view, but yeah, it's not too bad at all. So it's like £95 for the night, plus city tax. So yeah, it's not too bad for Rome. And like I say, it's just the base. So yeah, but yeah, I need to get on with some work now, and I'll be back out later, and yeah, back on the grind. Good morning from sunny Rome. I got back to the hotel yesterday, did some work, and then literally I passed out completely. I think because I was up at like 3:30 and it was a long day, the heat, the travel just wiped it out, and you know, it was exhausting, to be fair. So I'll be real with you. You know, it's not easy, and I didn't do everything what I wanted to do, but you know, I'll explain that a bit later. But yeah, so I'm off now to the Trevi Fountain to see what that's like, and then have a bit more of an explore. So yeah, we'll see you when we get near the Trevi Fountain. Yeah, so when I got to Rome yesterday, I had everything all planned out, what I wanted to do, and to be fair, literally nothing went to plan at all. It all went out the window between the chaos of the hotel, you know, palaver, you know, the transfers and everything, and you know. And I say, I've been to New York, and New York's a lot easier to navigate, but then you're sort of trying to take everything in, and as well, and then fatigue hits you from traveling and everything like that. And yeah, it's you know, you start questioning yourself, you know, to say, you know, can I be a travel content creator? But you know, everything's a learning curve at the end of the day. So I'm just looking around, making sure nothing's coming from any direction. So you better go on the pavement. But yeah, you know, like I say, it's just taking, I think, because everywhere you look, as I said before, you know, you see, oh, yeah, that looks beautiful, that looks beautiful, and you know, it's overwhelming a lot of the time as well. So you know, I'll be real with you. Yeah, it's, you know, I had a moment to myself last night, and I started questioning myself. But you know, like I say, every day is a learning. You know, my hat comes off to, you know, to people like Simon Wilson and, you know, Scott from Planes, Trains and Everything. They're my two biggest inspirations. You know, and you don't realise how much, you know, I know they've got years of experience. You don't realise how much actually goes into the travel vlogs, planning and recording, and you know, trying to do everything at once. You know, so yeah, I'll be real with you. Yeah, you know, it was harder than I thought. I'm not gonna lie, but you know, as I say, you know, I'm learning, and hopefully, you know, after a few vlogs, I'll find it a lot easier. But you know, yeah, I'm going to be real with you, but yeah, I'm going to head my way down to the Trevi Fountain now, because it's not too far away. I think it's just down this bit here. But yeah, as I say, another beautiful day here in Rome, and I just found out today as well that one of my work friends is actually here as well. She's with her family over in another part of Rome, but yeah, that's it's, as I say, a small world, isn't it? But yeah, so let's head down, and I'll catch you down at the fountain. So I believe this is it. actually crazy. So, around the side, nothing actually see. Normally it gets a lot busier than that. Sorry. No worries. Absolutely mental. Beautiful though, absolutely beautiful. I don't know how far you can go down. Let's have a look. Yeah, look at that. Right. I think you have to pay to go down there as well. I think this is anyway. So yeah. As I say, they are starting to move people off the stairs now. They are. So yeah, I think you're having to pay for. I think it's only like 2 or 3 euros or something like that. But yeah, they're moving people off there now, so people having to pay to come down. So if you're coming down, I think you're best coming in earlier. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I just asked one of the stewards, and yeah, it was 2 euros to stand down there, which isn't too bad, to be fair. You know, for one of the main attractions here in Rome. But yeah, that's unreal. That is. It's like, you know, like I said earlier, you know, if you're trying to take everything in and record content, you know, and like I say, everywhere you look, it's just like, you know, sort of like buildings like that, look. And just, yeah, everywhere you look. But yeah, no, it's beautiful. I'm going to see what else I can find. So apologies about the camera. I'm still getting used to recording, walking and talking. So yeah, I'll see you for the next bit. So we're in the Vatican City. I believe that might be the Vatican over there. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. I think that's the queue. Yeah, that is mad. Yeah, I think this is the queue to go in. Absolutely mental. Yeah, and the queue goes all the way around there as well. Yep, so this is actually St. Peter's Square, and that's the St. Peter's Fountain. So yeah, that's the queue to go in. It is. So yeah, you need to go in early. But, yeah, absolutely beautiful. There it is.
Walk quickly.
Yeah, just noticed on the top of these as well. just like that, Rome is over. Been a tough trip, to be fair, not gonna lie, but yeah, I'm going on to my next part of my adventure, which you will find out in the next part of my vlogs. So if you want to subscribe, like, comment if you wish, and yeah, follow me for my next adventure. Ciao.